Hi everyone, and as promised, here is the review on the SD5 from GS Audio. Um, just run through quickly again the box, Pelican style case, brings decent enough cable, a little bit rubbery as I mentioned. It's got two, two, four, six, three, four pairs of tips. I actually had all of them white bore. I actually had these white ones on initially for the initial impressions, and I was using the cable, the standard cable. And here is the IEMs themselves, as I mentioned. Very, very nice build quality. I mean, the shell is absolutely gorgeous. See if this thing will focus, would be nice. Come on. Hello. Focus, focus, focus. Okay, shell. Very nice. You can see the BAs and the dynamic driver. These are the Sonyans. On that side there, you have the Knowles on top of the Sonyan, and the 10.2mm dynamic driver. So it's a very nice crystal clean resin acrylic shell. I can't really tell, and then it gets a little bit spoiled by this faceplate, which I just can't understand. But anyway, it is what it is. I guess maybe the future models they'll improve upon that and make something more simple, just a transparent faceplate or something imitating. I don't know. I mean, this thing looks. It's got, from certain angles, it's got very much a Moondrop S8 kind of appearance. Put a nice faceplate on it, nice and simple, with the GS logo on it, and that's it. Don't complicate it. Anyway, I did my listening over the last few days to the SD5 with the Fayal Hibiscus cable, which I like, and the tips that I settled for at the end were these final E's. Just want to quickly show you here the graph. This is the standard graph of the SD5. So very full sub bass, mid bass area, a bit of bleeding going on there, and then has that initial rise between 1 and about 2K, stabilizes, then goes up again, and it's that area there between the 3.5 and 6.5K. That area there is the area which is the problem area, let's put it that way, and I'll get into that in a little bit. However, I did measure them, and my graph was slightly different. Okay, I account for different rig, this and that, but I found, yes, the sub bass is again there, but then it goes nice and slopes down nicely, maintains itself then flat between 100 and about 1K, a small pin again, then it maintains again itself more or less flat until around 3.5, and then again we have that rise between 3.5, 4, and 5 and a little bit. It then has a small drop which is almost imperceptible, and then goes back to a plateau between 5, that's about 6, roughly between 6 and about 8 and something, and that area there is very much in line with the initial 1.5 to 3K more or less energy, let's put it, so they match each other. It's only that area there between the 3.5 and the 5.5, 6 that is very, very accentuated. However, this is with the final E tips and way less than with the standard tips, which, as you can see, with the standard tips, it was really, really up there. It was really something else. What is the sound, which is what everybody wants to know? Well, the sound is good. It's good. It's a really good sound. Loads of detail, loads of ability to go and fetch the different nuances between instruments and layering, and that there is very nice. All very, very nice. I mean, cannot fault it. It's got nice, full, quick, impactful bass. It's really nice. It's tight. It hits you, and if it doesn't have, if this music doesn't have it, it doesn't. It's not there. So it doesn't put extra information onto something which isn't there. And this bass as well is then carried over with some nice mids. The early mids are are really nice. It's only more the upper mids that start getting problematic, but the early mid range, so 500k, and then the mid range meet between 1 and 3, all of that. It's good. Male vocals, female vocals, perfect. Instruments are to die for. This thing playing instruments is absolutely surreal. I mean, really good. You can feel every pluck. It's really good. That's strong point, definitely. So instruments, very good. Playing pop music as well. It's very fun. It's a whole bunch of. I mean, it's really fun. Classic. I didn't really think it was at its best, but I guess it was because of that peak that I've mentioned before, which kind of spoils things a little bit. But pop, EDM, yeah, it's more than capable. Some jazz as well to a certain extent. As long as the music doesn't really have that area there very pronounced, you'll be fine. And then the only solution is either you EQ it down a little bit, which I tried, and personally it's not my go-to solution. I prefer to mechanically solve that problem. So either with some 3M tape or changing the vent or trying to do something physically to the IEM. There we go. Then to EQ it. Wow, that really focused nicely. You can really see how nice it is inside. That's the Sonyan 23 series, I believe, and the TWFK Knowles. And on this side here, we can see, yeah, there we go. We can see the 37 series, I believe, there, and the 10.2 millimeter driver. Wow, that is nice. That is, I mean, look at that. That is really nice. I mean, why would they not put a transparent faceplate as well? I mean, it's the craftsmanship. You can look at it and you can see it's carefully done. There's attention to detail, Oh well. So, bass, mid bass, fine. Mid's also good. It's just that upper mid range that gets things spoiled. Highs, for me, no complaints there really. They have enough energy, enough cleanliness. Everything is really good. It's just that small window there that kind of spoils everything. I mean, I listen to what I usually listen to from. I listen to stuff from Marvin Gaye, Sexual Healing, the normal, to Yellow, Till Tomorrow, to Trouble's What You're In from Fink. I listened to some Mary J. Blige. I even listened to Big Boy. Some Peter Gabriel as well. The Sledgehammer remaster was, unreal, very, very good. Tin Place Alley from Stevie Ray Vaughan, surreal reproduction. Really, really, really good. Also, Andrea Razzuti, very good playback of that. All Your Love from Sarah Kay, very nice. Vanessa Fernandez, very, very good as well. So, I try to listen to a varied amount of music and to get a good feel of what they're capable of. And I believe that was achieved. Soundstage is wide, maybe not the tallest, but width, plenty. Overall, honestly, it is a very pleasant sounding IEM. Is it worth the $230 more or less? Well, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, I guess. So difficult to really say. It puts it in this price puts it in tough competition. Manger T, you have L5 from Thea Audio, you have Shozy 1.4. You have a couple of really, really good. You have the new Wizard as well. So you have a lot of very, very good IEMs at that price. And so I've listened to a few. I don't own them, unfortunately. But you can't. I don't have, unfortunately, enough knowledge of those IEMs there to be able to make a direct comparison with them. What I do know is based on a general consensus that there are some very good IEMs in that price range, and that's it. How would these stand up to them? I don't know. What I do know is that they are good. They sound really good. They clean. You perhaps could even use them for some monitoring if you wanted. So my comparison was done with its brother, the GD7B. And they couldn't be more different, but at the same time, they complement each other very nicely. the GD7B, I'll just quickly put up a graph here so you guys can actually see. Okay, that's the GD7B, is the kind of orange graph, so very flat from all the way to about 7-8K, it's ruler flat almost, and the red line is the SD5. The GD has perhaps less high frequency and it's noticeable. The SD5 much better in that aspect. It has more air, more detail ability. Vocals on both are amazing. Bass is better on the SD5. It's not only faster, but it's fuller. The GD7 is very balanced out. Everything is together. So maybe sometimes it actually might feel a little bit thin in some aspects, and really it's not. The SD5, in my opinion, you don't have any sense of thinness to anything. It is really only that peak that should be addressed. I mean, that thing there, where is it? Take that out. Otherwise, it's really a nice IM. I think again worthwhile looking into if you're looking for something different, and I'm positive that they will be improving upon what it is capable of doing in the future, because I'm sure they want to have a place for themselves in the market. So if they will listen to what we as consumers say, they will improve upon it, definitely. But as it is, it's worth it if you want to try something different, and have the opportunity to actually just listen to it before buying. And the only thing I can really point out in terms of being aware of is that peak. Maybe you like it, but myself, I prefer to maintain my ears nice and intact, because in standard form, when I listen to them in the standard form and looking through and going through the tips to find the one that would actually work, I mean, it was like it killed you, it cut you up in pieces, put you in the grinder, and then still steamrolled you after all that, because it was really, I mean, bad, really bad. With the final tips, magic. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this little take on the SD5, and yeah, I'll see you soon with some more GS acoustic stuff as well. Take care, bye bye.